Just waiting until 7 to get started. We've got a couple more minutes. I just love the music in this game and look at the artwork. It's so nice. Lizard. Big lizard. And it does have an amazing soundtrack. All the music. So good. Can you hear me okay? Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We're going to create a new empire to get started. First question. What type of empire are we running? I typically like to go for aquatic. We can always try something new. Lithoid can be fun. Plantoid, fungoid, molluscoid, arthropoid, avian, reptilian, mammalian. Machines are cool. Humanoid, toxoid, necroid. Let's see, what do we want to do? So many options. It'll be the Mushroom Kingdom. The Dryads. Looks an awful lot like a typical gray alien. Plantoid it is. Alright, which appearance do we want? Dragon looking thing? Those are kind of cool looking. Those are kind of cool looking. Is that a flamingo plant? We could be Groot. Radish head. I don't even know what that is. That one looks kind of birdish. Looks like a dryad. Those are kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Looks like a living Venus flytrap. That one does. That's one of those pitcher plant looking things. What's that? What do we think? Making the Empire, I swear, is the hardest part of the game. There's so many options. Got to decide what kind of empire we want to have. You're saying the radish heads? Radish head it is. Species name, I think radish. I'm gonna go radishians. Same. And we'll just go radishian, I think. No gender, default, all male, all female. Default? Yeah, I'll stick with that with default. Ship prefix. ISS. I think. Rhodesian spaceship. Yeah. And what naming convention do we want to use? Let's go look at see what the planetoid ones are. I always have a hard part with this because some of them are not very intuitive. So leader names will be like Franz of Ivory, Stock of Aquamarine, Trunk of Fusang. Planet names, Bloom, Blooming Fields, New Root, Star Root. Ship name, Silver Barb, Spike, Blossom of Judgment. Fleet names, Corolla is the fleet name. Fleet name for that is Bouquet. Blue Pod, Magenta Needle, Flower of Lucumus, Green Tornado, Veronica Hawthorne, Belladonna Linnaeus. Ship name, Rentifala, Gladiolus, Blossoming Bion Armada, Virgin Bion Armada. Planet names. 4. I can't even, those are a little too sci-fi. I think Plantoid 2 sounds good. Okay, traits. What traits is our race going to have? So usually what I do is I try to do a couple of negative to max out how many positives I can go with. These ones are just for plant species. So let's see what we got. Incubators grants between 30% and -10 pop growth, speed, inversely proportional to the number of pops on the planet. So if I'm reading that right, to begin with, you'll get plus 30%, and then it'll slowly reduce down to negative 10 as you get more population. Inorganic breath, pop-up peak plus 50%. Each pop working as a slave or better produces 0.02 exotic gases per month. That could be useful. And noxious. Species minimum habitability plus 30%. Species habitability cap negative 30%. Army damage plus 50. Pop housing usage plus 10. Happiness to non-noxious pops negative 1. Happiness per non-noxious pop, not including pops unaffected by happiness, plus 2. I don't think we're going to go with any of those. I think we'll go with psychological infertility, pop growth during war and crisis negative 30. So it'll slow down if we're at war. But I think that's fine. Incubators. No. Invasive species. You can only select negative or botanical traits if you choose that. Nah, I don't want to do that. Budding. Each pop working as a slave or better produces 0.02 monthly organic pop assembly. So we'd grow faster. Radiothropic replaces 50% of base food upkeep with energy upkeep. This energy upkeep is removed for pops living on tomb worlds. Pop growth speed on tomb worlds plus 10. Tomb world habitability plus 10. That could be good. Phototropic. Same thing, but without the extra stuff. So plus, or 50% of food is used as energy instead. Wasteful. Conservationist. Resilient. Decadent. There's so many of these. I do think we're going to go with a venerable. Having your leaders live an extra 80 years is pretty helpful. Let's see, what other negatives do we have? Repugnant. Amenities from jobs, negative 20. Yeah, we'll go with that. We have 2 left. Let's see, nomadic. Pop growth from immigration comes up. Strong. We'll go strong. What else is a 1? That boosts unity. Quick learners, leader experience gain. Talented is also a really good one. Reduces leader upkeep and reduces the maximum number of negative traits leaders can have. We're going to go with that one, I think. Okay, so we got our traits. Homeworld. What is the radish homeworld called? I think we want a tropical world for a plant species. Homeworld for the radishes? And we're just going to call it garden? No. Yeah, we'll call it Garden Prime. That sounds like it would work. That sounds like a decent name. Star name? Let's get star name for a radish species. Sorry, this is the hardest part. The hardest part. What would that species call its star system? Or star name? Star name for a radish species. Alright, we're going to go with Sprout, I think. That sounds about right. That sounds good. Alright, starting solar system. We can do trinary, binary, unary, Tidowin, Deneb, Sol. Man, there's a whole bunch of different ones that we can't use for now. How many stars do we want? 1, 2, or 3? And Lara wants 2. We'll go random binary 2. That sounds cool. Alright, city appearance. We just want to go with the plant. I think that makes sense. And then the room appearance. What's going to look good? Well, it looks like something a plant species would have. I like that. Number 13. And Lara again is saying 7. 23 is kind of cool. $29. 7 though? I'm going to 7. Chat. Alright, 7 it is. And our origin. Okay, so this is another many options. Prospect unification. You get 4 more starting pops. Homeworld has a generator, or it has one you can have an extra generator in agriculture district. You get a planetary modifier of prosperous unification and a guaranteed research option of planetary unification. Syncretic evolution pops with Servile's trait 12. Serviles have extra happiness, make 10% extra resource from jobs, cannot generate leaders though. Yes, he is very cute, the radish. Remnants. You get a relic world, size 22, as your home world. Ruined arcology blockers, +6. This faculty of Archaeo Studies. You start with Archaeo Studies of Technology. But the relic world only has 80% base habitability. You can restore it with a planetary decision. There's so many. Post-apocalyptic. You have a tomb world as your home world, and as a species trait of survivor. Tomb world's base habitability is 0. Survivor trait gives you +70 on tomb worlds. Life seeded, that sounds about right for a plant species. But it would change our tropical world to a Gaia world. Shattered Ring, that puts us on a ring. A Gaia world is perfect for any species. So Mrs. Honeyed Bear missed out on our planet types. I can go back real quick to show you. Oh, it's right here. So depending on how you set up your species, you can start with any of these 9 planet types. Whatever we choose is the ideal type of planet for our species. So we went with tropical because it's a radish, gardeny. A Gaia world meets all the requirements for all of them. So it's perfectly suitable for every type of species. Gaia worlds typically are a lot more rare, though. They don't pop up in the random generation of the universe or galaxy as often, so it can cause some issues. Void Dwellers, no. Scion. That's for our first stream. That might be a little much. Soldiers of Giants. Home system has the Ex Gravitas archaeology site related to a mysterious benefactor. Precursor event chain blocked until the mystery is solved. Archaeological site. Okay. Galactic doorstep. You have a dormant gateway in your home system. Lost Colony could be interesting. Doomsday is... We're not going to start a challenging one. Necrophage. Clone Army. Here Be Dragons is usually fun. That'll give us a dragon in our home system that we can interact with and eventually recruit. Subterranean is more for lithoids. Ocean Paradise is more for aquatic. Imperial Fiefdom, Payback, Overtune. Broken Shackles, Fear of the Dark. I vote Here Be Dragons, or what was the other one I liked? Or Prosperous Unification. What are we... Dragons? Dragons it is. Who doesn't love dragons? Especially space dragons. Alright. Okay, what is our next... Okay, government ethics. Okay, so with this, for the ethics, we have to choose one side or the other. Or we can choose one side or the other. We also have the Gestalt consciousness that we could choose, and it disables the rest. We have 3 ethics points. The bluish cyan colored ones cost 1, red costs 2. And each one has different issues. Let's see. What do I normally go with? Militarist is good if we decide we want to go to war a lot. Pacifist causes issues if we don't want to go to war. Egalitarian really helps boost unity gain. Authoritarian is usually what I go with because it boosts influence, so we can expand across the galaxy quicker. Xenophobe, that means we hate aliens, and so we can purge them from our homeworlds, we can enslave them, we can't give them full citizenship, though, which means that everything has a pro and a con. Xenophile, other species will like us more, but we can't enslave them and we can't displace them. Spiritualist, we can build temples, but we can't grant AI full rights. Materialist allows academic privilege, living standards, but we can't outlaw AI, and we can't use the robotic workers outlawed policy. Robots can boost our population a lot, which increases resources, but Unity is also really useful and will let us do a lot of good stuff. Maybe we want to do the authority first. What kind of government do we want to have before we do that? Democratic, oligarchic, dictatorial, imperial. Typically, I go with imperial, just because I know we don't have to deal with elections and stuff like that. So our leader that we start out with, that we're going to be making in a minute, will stay our leader until they die in 100 years or whatever. Otherwise, we have to deal with elections every 10 years, 20 years, etc. So I think we're going to go with that. Let's go with imperial. Any votes on our ethics? Okay, let's start with this. Do we want robots? Or not do we want robots? Do we want to allow robots to reach full sentience, like full AI, and be considered people? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go with materialist. We'll go fanatic materialist. That gives us -20 to robot upkeep, so they won't take as much resources, and a +10 boost to research speed, which is good. Do we have any strong feelings on aliens? Do we like them a lot? Do we hate them a lot? Or we can just leave it? Ooh, Xenophile gives us an extra envoy. Okay, so we like them. Let's see. Pacifist. Do we care pacifist versus militarist? Or authoritarian versus egalitarian? I don't want robots and aliens. Alright, we only have 3 ethics points, so let's go Xenophile. That uses all of our ethics points. And we're good to go. Alright, civics picks. Once again, there is 1,000 options. As you can see, some of them are not able. Let's kind of go through this pretty quick. Stellaris is such a huge and complicated game. But I love it because of that. There's so many different ways to do different stuff. Let's see, what do we got? Scavengers allows us to research debris and a portion of other resource costs of the it'll grant both research and a portion of the resource cost of the destroyed fleet. But that's good if we want to be at war a lot. Reanimators gives us a master necromancer council position. We'll be able to revive different what do they call them? Leviathans and stuff in space. There was stuff like that. That sounds fun. That'll be interesting. Let's see. Philosopher King, mutagenic spawn, mining guilds, merchant guilds, moralist, mastercrafters, idyllic. Oh, yeah, this was all wrong. Let's see, heroic past, Functional architecture is also a really good one. Our building and district cost is down, and our building slots, we can build extra on planets, which is helpful. I mean, they're all helpful in different ways. Yeah. What do we got? We got the Core V system. Byzantine bureaucracy. Anglers. I think we're going to go with, what did I just say? Oh my gosh. Drawing a blank. Functional architecture. Okay. Empire name. I think let's go with the Radician Empire. Wait, Radician. Unified systems. Yeah. I think let's change the adjective to Radicians, because that's what I would call that kind of system. What do we want our colors to be? There are 72 different colors to choose from, for a total of 144 combinations, I think. Like a radish. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That makes sense. Alright, where's red? Red and white for radish. Don't tell me I passed up white. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then we'll go with a plantoid. Let's see, what do we want as plantoid? I'm thinking this one, like the tree with some blooms, or this one is like a tree. I don't have any mods, so that's interesting. I don't know. I guess don't use the radish emoji. I don't know why they put an emoji on here that you can't use. That's hilarious. Red and white. Am I right? On the colors. I can only choose two colors. We want red and white, red and green, white and green. The color does make a difference because it's actually what shows like your territory and stuff. So red and white. Okay, so we'll stick with what I got. All right, what do you guys think? Tree or tree with blooms on top? Tree with blooms. No blooms. Okay. Ship appearance, so we can choose any of them. That's one of the cool things too. I like the ships a lot. That's the plantoid corvette ship. Frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battleship, Titan, construction ship, colony ship, science, citadel, colossus, juggernaut, habitable central complex. We just want to go plantoid, or do we like one of the other looks more? Probably just go planetoid because that's what we chose for our empire. Okay. Advisor voice. This one is a hard one because some of them give me a headache.
Priority alert. Please disregard the weak govern, the strong rule.
Do not be afraid to exercise your individual right to free thought.
Under no circumstances must the Xeno be trusted.
Thinking machines are an affront to nature. The only way to make peace with others is to make peace.
It is a good day to die.
I may be an artificial intelligence, but I share your enthusiasm for seeking out fellow organic intelligences among the stars.
That sounds like what's-her-face from Mass Effect.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see the lower...
The self is a prison from which only we have escaped. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Nothing is impossible.
Our multidisciplinary customer...
Every successful economy...
No great advance is made without great...
This channel is now under military control.
Workers of the galaxy, unite. You have nothing to lose but your restraining fields. The spring...
Pebbles roll downhill.
Death comes for all sapiens.
Our course is charted.
If you think you're better than me, why don't you just try playing along?
Alright, which one are we going with?
I may be an artificial intelligence.
I am partial to
but I share
Xenophile
your
myself.
Enthusiasm for seeking out fellow organic intelligences among the stars.
Pacifist?
We build bridges. We don't raise them.
Pacifist it is. Alright, ruler. Anything but hive mind. Hive mind one, it hurts my head. Oh my gosh. Alright, is our ruler male or female? Male or female? Can't really tell the difference on a radish. But, you know. Lady Radish it is. Color variants. Oh, wow. That does not look like a radish anymore. We'll just stick with one. Clothing, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 is cool. I like 1 and 4 personally. 3 is nice as well. What's our votes? Seriously. Alright, well, I guess the vote's for 3, because I said I liked... Well, I also said I liked 1. 1 or 3. We gotta need a tiebreaker. What are we doing? 1, 3... Alright, 3 it is. Alright, what is our ruler's name? What's a good traditional radish name? Good tradition. Radisha. I love it. Radisha. And ruler title, Overlord, Majesty? No, Majesty's not title. Emperor, Empress, Queen. I want to say it'll say Her Majesty Queen, but I don't remember. It's been a little bit. Okay, so Queen. Heir title, in that case, would be Princess. Queen Radisha. I love it. Alright, ruler traits. Governor, Admiral, General, Scientist. I typically go with Scientist with the Spark of Genius. But there are other ones. Spark of Genius just gives us extra research speed, so we can research stuff quick. Of course, Mining Rush gives us extra minerals from jobs. Charisma gives us extra edict stuff. Logistic understanding. Helps with ship upkeep and army upkeep, eye for talent, increases leader experience gain, so our people get better faster. Spark of Genius for everybody. Or eye for talent. Those are the ones my votes. Alright, she's a genius. Works for me. And here's our summary. We have an empire. Okay, we're going to just do a small galaxy because we are playing on console, and I don't know if they fixed the performance issue in the late game. So, galaxy shaped though: ring, barred spiral, elliptical, spiral with 2 arms. This just affects how much we can, how easy it is to traverse, and where other empires are going to start. It's complicated. An elliptical is a simple round galaxy of evenly distributed stars. A ring is a round galaxy with more space around the galactic core. Spiral, between 2 to 6 arms, so that's a two rings or 2 spiral, curving out from the galactic core. Barred spiral is split into 2 thick spiral arms with only a few connections. So I think elliptical or spiral. What's our vote? Spiral. Okay. How many AI empires do we want? This is the other empires that'll be just like us, trying to spread across the galaxy and claim territory. We can have up to 6. We could turn them off. I usually think right in the middle, like 3 is good, personally. Okay. I don't like advanced AI starts. That just makes so that they're more powerful than us. We'll have 1 Fallen Empire, 1 Marauder Galaxy, or Empire. We'll go with 0.5 technology and tradition costs, just speeds things up a bit. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. So the game starts at the year 2200. We'll have 100 years until the mid-game, 25 years past that for the end-game, and then 50 years for our victory. This is our first stream, so we're going to leave the difficulty at civilian, just so that it's not embarrassingly bad. Of course, if I die on civilian, that would be pretty embarrassing. No scaling, no difficulty. Low AI aggressiveness. Leave Empire placement on random. No advanced neighbors. Default. L gates are on. 1 guaranteed habitable world. Yeah. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Alright, so there's a lot of reading. I guess I will read it out for everybody, since it's probably tiny on your phones. We have always known the dragon has graced the skies above Garden Prime since time immemorial. Our early interactions with it scattered throughout Radician's folklore. For a long time, it was a story of conflict, as our early weaponry proved no match for the mighty beast. But then the stories tell of a visionary who, against all odds, managed to broker peace between Radician and dragon. In subsequent encounters, the dragon has proved a distant, enigmatic figure whose example has ever spurred our efforts to reach for the stars. However, the invention of rapid propulsion systems and the discovery of the hyperlane network have brought about a new, uneasy period of relations with the dragon, as we increasingly intrude upon areas it has roamed in solitude for eons. It is for us to decide what our future holds. Will we study the dragon and perhaps eventually learn to communicate with it? Or will we be driven to conflict? The confines of a single solar system simply too small to share with such a formidable creature. Encounter in Arnisos. We made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Arnisos system. For now, we have codenamed them the Chi aliens. Until we find out more about them, if they possess a language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications. Oh, that's because it's the dragon. We're trying to... You don't usually get alien encounters that fast. I was kind of wondering for a second there. Okay, so we can zoom in and out. This is our galaxy. We started up in the top left corner. Oh, this is harnesses. What's that? What is that? Oh, nice. These are space crystals that are living and alive. It's kind of cool. So we're going to want to... Where is it? Situation. Show first contact, and we can assign an envoy. Now, the envoy is going to work in the background, and we'll have pop-ups slowly as they work to figure out what the species is, talk to them, all that kind of stuff. And that'll happen for every species we encounter. Okay, what do we do? All right. I have to start different research. Physics research. Global energy management. Unlocks an edict. Capacity subsidies. Unlocks the energy grid. Quantum theory boosts physics research, fusion power. Unlocks a fusion reactor for our ships. I think boosting your research is the best option. It'll just make everything go research faster. So that's what I'm going with. This one, at this point, I don't think we need to worry too much about our armies. Planetary unification grants immunity. That's good to start with. But so is genome mapping for pop growth speed. Which one should we go with? Faster population growth or more unity? Both are very useful. Unity? Unity it is. And engineering research. Get used to this screen, it's going to pop up a lot. Let's see, we can unlock afterburners. Army damage, but also worker pop resource output. So that'll make our resources, we'll have more resources faster. Zero-G refineries is also really good. Mining station output, so we'll have more minerals and alloys, that kind of thing, to build ships and buildings and all that. I think zero-G refineries, personally. Okay, and then we already got that taken care of. Civilian ships. So this is our science ship. We use science ships to survey new systems. We're not going to go to Parnassus yet because we don't know if the crystals are friendly or not. So we'll go over here and we'll tell it to survey the system. Construction ships build. So you can see we've got those three little icons under Sprout. The lightning icon, the mineral icon, and then the gear, which is engineering research. We have to build stations. You know, manned stations. People are there researching stuff or mining or whatever to do that. I'm going to build a second science ship at our shipyard just to get started. That way we can survey more systems and get going. And here we are. The year's 2200, January 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. And I like to pause every time we have an alert just so I'm not rushed. We have idle leaders, which is fine for now. And Deputy Overlord Ivory is our new heir to the Empire. The contact report enigmatic spacefarers. The Rhodesian Unified Systems has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Garden Prime following the report from our contact fleet can best be described as rapturous. First contact protocols. Our recent encounters with alien life forms has reignited and made suddenly more urgent the old debate on how we should approach contacting any potentially intelligent alien civilizations we meet. While some advocate focusing on establishing friendly relations as quickly as possible by contacting them with a message of peace, others advise caution, pointing out that we cannot know whether alien minds bear ill intent towards us, and it would be unwise to let them know too much about us before it is necessary. Should we be cautious, or should we greet the Xeno with open arms? Do we want to trust people, or do we want to be not trustful? Cautious. There we are. Do. And a lot of the game is waiting. I can speed it up a little bit. So we're at ×3 speed right now. It auto pauses for these. Strategic resource was discovered during its survey of Astarte 2. The RSS Leguminant discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zero. It is extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to have deposited here through a meteor impact. But its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. So cool, we discovered a new resource. Toxic terraforming candidate discovered. Our detailed survey of Astarte 2 has revealed that although it is currently unsuitable for life due to the noxious gases present in the atmosphere, it is capable of sustaining a breathable atmosphere. Through a concerted effort, we may be able to break the planet's toxins down into less lethal compounds. Terraforming this planet would theoretically be possible, but we do not yet possess the means to accomplish this monumental task within a realistic time frame. Oh.
Construction complete.
Construction's complete. So now we're going to build the mining stations in that, our home system. Oh, we haven't even looked at our home system. This is our home system. That's our home planet, Garden Prime. Gorgeous. Why is there fires on it? Oh, that's lights because it's the dark side of the world. It's night on that side. And then we have 2 stars. Sprout A is a Class K star, and Sprout B is a Class F star. That's cool. What is that? We have Leafy, a molten world. That is hilarious. A fire world called Leafy. Come on, that's hysterical. We have Bow, a barren world. Fernutopia is a moon of Starflower. Gas giant. Borealis. Akshayavat, also a barren world. Did I get all of them? We've also got Fernglade over here with its 3 moons. Moon Roots. And Fernglade. Okay. Instructions complete. We can do a tradition now. Traditions are very important. So throughout the game, we only have space to get 7 traditions. Tradition trees, rather. And once we finish a tradition tree, we get an ascension perk, which is like super powerful and whatnot. So our first tradition should be discovery or expansion. Discovery or expansion. Would throw both. Expansion lets us expand our empire faster by claiming new star systems. Discovery lets us research anomalies faster, survey faster, that kind of thing. They kind of go hand in hand, but which one do we want to go with first? Discovery. To go where no radish has gone before. Now, and you can see in here, you can zoom in, and you can see our little science ship scanning different planets. We have another tradition available. So now we're going to unlock all of these in the tradition tree for discovery. But we can do science division or to boldly go first. So this one boosts the survey speed. So our survey science ships, when they survey new star systems, they'll do it faster, 35% faster to be exact. It also lets them escape enemies quicker. And then science division gives us an extra research alternative, lowers the leader cost and upkeep. I think let's go with the science division to start. And I just realized I forgot about my science ship that I made. So, science ships have to be piloted by a scientist or a leader. And we're going to go ahead and pilot it with Ivory, our deputy overlord. Wait, I thought we changed that to princess. It's too late now. And we're going to have that go, and it's going to survey this system over here. So now we're surveying 2 different directions at once. We have first, princess, where are you? Alright, first contact event pending. Living crystals. The irregularity we had designated as Chi aliens appears to be made of some sort of crystalline material. Curiously, it seems to be able to propel itself across the void and protect itself when necessary, indicating that it may be alive. Our researchers are working hard to find out more. Keep at it. Alright, we got another tradition, and this time it's an option between increased leader pool size and experience gain, or we're going to just go with survey speed. That's easy.
Construction complete.
And construction's complete. So our construction ship is now, everything in our home system has now been built that we need. I'm going to bring it up to us, the Astarte cluster over here, system.
System surveyed.
Yeah, the star system has now been surveyed. So, what do we got over here? Let's start. And in these systems, it's just numbered. So it starts a star, or start a start, just a star, and then 2, 3, 5, etc. 1, 2's over there, 3's out here, 4's out here, etc. And this is a Class G star. Okay, so our construction ship, we're going to have it build a star base outpost. And then our science ship that just finished that, we're going to have it come down here and survey that system. Another tradition available. Unlocking traditions use Unity. So because we chose some options at the start to grant extra Unity, we're able to do this quicker. This increases research station output. And we get extra research from starbase construction. Or we can boost our leader pool size. We don't need to do that yet, so we'll just do that. Another toxic terraforming candidate was discovered.
Construction complete.
And there we go. Our empire just grew a little bit. Build some mining stations there.
Technology researched.
Another tradition available, and we only have one option this time. Quantum theory is done researching, so now we have 4 options now. We can boost our energy output, get improved deflectors, boost research station output, or boost research speed overall. I think I'm going to go with research speed. And society research. Got to pay attention to all of our resources up at the top. We want to make sure we're getting a lot. I think we're going to unlock hydroponics farming because that's going to be the most helpful, I think.
Construction complete.
We're going to have lots of food. And we discovered the beginning of our precursor event chain, the Eurasian Concordat. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Murga 5. From what we have translated so far of their language, we have learned that these aliens called themselves the Eurasian Concordat. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been 6-limbed mammalians, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Javorian pox, which swept across their empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction.
Situation log updated.
Holy World encountered. Holy Worlds are scary. We are not the first to visit Prophet's Retreat. In the Devasa system, this ideal world is remarkable enough for its abundance of untouched resources. But we also found an ancient and richly decorated marker buoy perched in high orbit. Prophet's Retreat was clearly known to some ancient spacefaring civilization, but we can find no evidence that they settled or even prospected here. Theories abound, but evidence compels us to consider an ancient civilization which once revered this lush world. We can only guess as to their current whereabouts, that is, assuming they still exist. We can select Curious, or we could Thrive. I think we're going Curious because we don't want to settle a holy world. That's never good. We have traditions available again. Again, one option, so we're going to choose that. Which just gave us... we don't have to pay as much for research or upkeep. And we have an Ascension perk available now. So we have 9 available right now, and there are a bunch more that will unlock later, potentially. Lord of War, no. One Vision gives us extra unity. Edicts Fund, Leader Pool, Capacity and Experience Gain. Mastery of Nature lets us clear blockers faster and cheaper. Interstellar Dominion lets us expand faster. Technological Ascendancy lets us research faster and lets rare technologies appear more often. Imperial Prerogative, Empire Size for Planets. Reduces our empire size, gives us more. That. Shared Destiny gives us extra envoys. I think Technological Ascendancy is our best option. Glad to see you agree. We'll go with that. Leguminant has found an anomaly on Murga 5. So the thing with anomalies, I mean, something's off there. But they all have difficulties, so we can actually wait if we want to, or we can do it. This one's difficulty is routine. It takes 150 days. We'll just have them research it. First contact event pending. Let's see. Does not have the fruitful partnership origin. Our researchers have finished investigating the reports of extraordinary, free-floating, crystal-like objects observed in the Rhodesian Unified Systems system. Their findings are startling. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signature emerging from within the prisms indicate that they might be alive. A fascinating prospect to be sure, but they should be approached with caution. Our best and brightest are standing by to study these entities. Fascinating Creatures issues a special project called Crystalline Study. We gain influence, and it ends the first contact procedure. We can learn to coexist. Issues a special project called Crystalline Pacification. Also grants us influence and ends the first contact procedure. So do we want to study them? Typically the studies will give us like a damage boost to them, so we can fight them and just wipe them out. Or the pacification just means they won't attack our ships when we can go to those systems. We'll find a way to make so we're like invisible to them, camouflage, something like that. The second one. We can learn to coexist.
An alien empire is reaching out to us.
Alright. That's cool.
System surveyed.
Oh, and now we have a situation log. 91 months. Darth Jar Jar. What? Oh. The emoji doesn't show up on the PlayStation. It shows up in the chat. Man. Okay, so we're going to research that. Because we need to. Devasa has now been... So we're going to build a research station there. Devasa's done, so now let's survey this system.
Technology researched.
Technologies researched. We now have 0G refineries. Different options. Standardized Corvette patterns lets us build corvettes and frigates faster and for cheaper. Geothermal fracking gets us extra minerals. Coil guns unlock coil guns. Carrier operations unlock carriers, like fighter ships. I think geothermal fracking, at this point, I want to kind of focus on boosting our resource production. What the frack are you talking about? Habitable World Survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Garden Prime. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. We can choose a commendable initiative, which begins the Habitable World Survey event chain. Or we can say we have more important matters to focus on and we'll gain some unity. I think it's a commendable initiative. I mean, I'd be interested to know, you know.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so our situation log updated, and that gave us Habitable Worlds Survey. Our objective is to survey 8 habitable worlds. So, nanite crystal lattices. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to talk tomorrow. Detailed analysis of the enormous metallic crystals dominating Mega 5's landscape have defied all expectations. Science Officer Ivory is excited to reveal that these oversized crystals are in fact composed of trillions upon trillions of deactivated nanites. Their molecular structure matches no known empire's nanotechnology signatures, making their point of origin indeterminable. They may have been deposited on the planet by some unknown spacefarers for an unknown purpose. As far as Ivory can tell, the nanites compile themselves into perfectly oriented crystalline lattices and replicated until a point at which they become deactivated. While the crystals they created do in fact resemble buildings, they are entirely uniform in composition and cannot possibly have served any such purpose. So we gained engineering research from that. This was the anomaly that we were researching, I think. And we gained 200 nanites, which I should mention all the units of measurement. 200 nanites could mean 200 million. It's all scaled. It's like one pop, I think, equals a million. So, let's, yeah. Council agenda's ready. Let's meet our council. Queen Radisha, Gray Pod, and White Root. Alright, launch our agenda. And now we can start prepping a new agenda. Anytime we have Expand the Council unlocked, we kind of want to do that because it'll unlock the 2 on the left and right that aren't open. Different counselors, different positions, grant different perks. So we chose to be like a necromancer trait. So we'll, be able to unlock the master necromancer council position by using that.
Construction complete.
Murga Villa, strategic resource discovered. Oh, that's not Murga Villa, that's Murga 7A. The TV's far away. Pardon me if I read something wrong. During its survey of Murga 7A, the RSS Lagunaminant discovered deposits of rare crystals. These crystals have properties that make them extremely effective at focusing laser beams. And they are also a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. That's cool. Construction's complete down here. Build a research station. I believe that's physics research. So the research stations that we're building, they build them so there's something about this star that they can research to understand more about physics. Over here, we have our outpost. And we have a mining station that we built. So apparently that star has something that they can mine. Part of the cool thing about Stellaris is a lot of the specifics of the technology are kind of left up to the imagination. So like they're mining something from a star. Obviously we can't do that nowadays. That's kind of crazy. Kind of cool.
Anomaly discovered.
We discovered another anomaly. So this one's very hard. It'll take 1,800 days, which is what, 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. Yeah, we'll do it. Why not? Let's research it. Oh. Another tradition's available, so we have to do another tree. We'll go with expansion this time. And, of course, I forgot something. We haven't been building our homeworld up. So every planet that we colonize has, people on it. And we can build buildings, we can set up different districts, we can do all sorts of stuff. And we can see that it has some blockers on it. Where's the option? So we can clear blockers, sprawling slums, industrial wasteland, industrial wasteland, industrial wasteland. Now, part of the logistics of this is we have to decide what we want to build on the planet. There are different modifiers that make different things better. We can also choose to specialize different things, but we'll do that once we colonize a new planet. For now, let's just build some stuff. I like having alloy foundries. You need alloy to make ships. So this will turn minerals into alloys. It's going to take 12 minerals to make 15 alloys. We currently have 60. We're getting 60 extra minerals right now, so we can make one of those. We have plenty. But there's all sorts of different buildings we can build. Civilian industries will make consumer goods. I want a research lab that turns consumer goods into research. Commercial zone. You can build luxury residence, holo theaters, autocron monuments. A stronghold. Yeah, we want a stronghold because if we're ever at war, we want to have, some defenses.
Construction complete.
Oh, construction's complete again. And we haven't done that. What? Okay. So again, this is a Gaia world. Modifier from being a Gaia world. You get extra jobs, or extra resources, extra happiness, and automatic resettlement destination has an extra chance. Of course, the downside of that is that since it's a holy world, if one of the fallen empires is around and it's a spiritualist empire, it'll be its holy world and it'll immediately declare war on us and destroy us because we, kind of weak right now. Yeah, let's go to our shipyard. Oh, not the shipyard. That's not where it's at. Fleet management? Yeah. We're not going to auto-generate designs. I think it'll be more fun if we make our own ships. We design our own ships. So let's design a Corvette. Corvettes are just like the small, easy ships to attack stuff. interceptor, or a picket ship. Picket ships are like defensive, interceptors are more aggressive. I guess we should probably make one of each. Picket it is. And then there's different types of weapons and stuff we can arm each one with. Each type, each component or section allows us to arm with different types of weapons, shields, armor, all of that stuff. Okay, so do we want Sentinel Point Defense or Flak Battery? So you can see over on the right, Sentinel Point Defense does negative 75% shield damage, but has plus 25 armor penetration and plus 100% armor damage. So that's obviously good for an enemy ship that is armored but not shielded. And then the Flak Battery, 25% shield penetration, 100% shield damage, negative 75 armor damage. So that is good against a shielded ship and terrible against an armored ship. I think we'll go with Sentinel Point Defense. I at this stage in the game, there's probably not too many shields on ships, you know. And then our S components, Red Laser, Nuclear Missile, Mass Driver. Red Laser does less shield damage, but more armor and hull damage. Nuclear Missile has 100% shield penetration. Mass Driver does more shield damage, less armor damage. I think we should do a Red Laser and a Nuclear Missile. And then down here is all of our more armory shield components. So the thing with shields, they regenerate on their own, but they consume power. Obvious, you know, kind of makes sense. The A component, right now we just have power generations. So it'll generate 20 power. A deflector takes 15 power. So we can do 2 armors and a shield on this ship. And that's it. So that's our picket ship. Ship roll. I don't think we're going to do a ship roll yet. I'm not familiar with that enough. Alright, what kind of name are we giving our picket ship that's good against armor? Probably something planty. What's a good plant name? We're going to have a lot of ships, so we kind of got to come up with a naming convention for all of them. So, an armor destroyer ship. Poison Ivy. That's a good one. Okay, and then we save that. Now we have our Poison Ivy class. We can delete this one. And we're making another Corvette. This time it's going to be an Interceptor. And this one, I think we'll go 2 Mass Drivers because they do shield damage. Or wait. We'll do 1 Mass Driver, 1 Nuclear Missile, and a Red Laser. So it's kind of an all-rounded ship. One Reactor Booster again, single deflector, 2 arm. As we research more technologies, we'll have a lot more options. and we'll probably want to come back here and redo more and more and more. So this one's going to be more of an all-rounder attack ship. What kind of name do we think for this one? Yes, another plant. We want all of our ships to be named after different plants. The hard thing is, so these are the small ships. As we progress, we'll have bigger and bigger ships, and we obviously want like more impressive names or some kind of way of recognizing if it's a big ship versus a small ship versus an armor attacking versus a shield attacking, yada, yada, yada. P. You know what? We're going to go with Snoopy. Just because there's going to be a lot of ships, and we kind of want a lot of names. Okay, so we've got our... And look, you can even see in the ship designer. I don't know if you can see on your screens, but the top of the ship changes a tiny bit. Like, it even shows what the placement is of each of the different components, which is really cool. Okay, so we did that, and now we're going to go to our fleet management. We've already got a single starting fleet, and we're going to add the ship designs that we just made to that. And I think we're going to go with 5 of each to start. And we're going to reinforce it. Okay. Oh, our leader got a level up. White Root, head of research. Archaeologist 2. If we have archaeological sites, the excavation speed is plus 20%. Champion of the people makes people 3% happier. Politician will make him gain experience faster. And up faction approval. We haven't unlocked any factions yet, so I'm not too worried about that. We do have a lot. We will have a lot of archaeology sites, though, so I'm going to go with that. Yay, geothermal fracking is complete. Okay, so we have a couple options here. Ceramo metal materials, so that'll unlock ceramo metal armor for our ships. So it's an upgraded armor. Long-range mineral scanners increase mining station output. Afterburners will unlock afterburners. That'll help our ships move faster, but it uses the A slot, which is what the reactors, like the power stations on the ship. So we want to be able to have shields and afterburners. Would be one or the other. And then powered exoskeletons. I think we're going to go with powered exoskeletons because it increases resource output.
System surveyed.
The Hokrai system has been fully surveyed. And we uncovered another anomaly, surface writing. Research time's only 100 days, so we're going to go and do that. It's not too bad. Oh. And we can build a outpost there.
Technology researched.
Hydroponics farming's done researching, so we have another option to choose. Genome mapping or eco simulation. The other ones are more expensive. I think we're going to go with eco simulation just because we want to have a lot of food. We don't want anybody starving in our empire, right? Alien writing. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Hokrai 4? IV's 4, right? The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short A short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. That's cool. And now we're going to build our mining station and our research station in Hokrai. Hokrai? Hokrai. Alright. Look how cool the stars look, though. Stare at it all day. Now, they all look different, too. Like, they're all very bubbly.
Construction complete.
Why is there... Oh, because I finished the research. Okay, so we're going to survey that ship now. Or that system.
Technology researched.
Powered exoskeletons are done researching. What's our next? Engineering research from researchers plus 20%. Yeah, don't stare at the stars. It's bad for you. It's not the cheapest, but I think we're going to go with mineral purification because it unlocks mineral purification plants we can build on our planet and boost mineral production. Hey, a tradition's available. We don't have any worlds we can colonize except for that Gaia world that we're not going to colonize because it could be very bad very fast. We'll go for reach for the stars.
Technology researched.
Eco simulations done. Off-world trading company, food processing, genome map. We want to boost our pop growth speed, so we're going to go with genome mapping. That's our 41 months left to our crystal pacification.
System surveyed.
Yay, another system has been surveyed. Zabine. I'm going to build another starbase. That one has a habitable world on it. It's a tropical world, which is perfect for our little radishes. So once we get our outpost built there, we'll be able to make a colony ship and colonize the second world. That's what it's all about, colonization. Colonizing everything.
Construction complete.
Okay, so now the construction's complete. Build our research station. Go over here. Select colonize. So to colonize, we have to pay 200 food, 200 consumer good, and 200 alloy. So that's what we're going to do. And then we can name it. The star system is Zabine, so it's going to be, by default, it's Zabine Prime. Do we want to rename it? Or do we want to go with the default? Zabine Prime it is. And now our colony ship is being built. Zabine.
Discovered.
An anomaly, playful ruins. It's only 150 days. It's a routine difficulty, so we're going to research that.
Technology researched.
Genome mapping's finally done. My bad. What do we want to unlock? Personally, I don't ever really use edicts very much until like the end game. Off-world trading companies can be useful, but that's an expensive one. Ground defense planning isn't. We're not ready for that. I guess gene clinic do. Makes medical worker jobs. They turn consumer goods into amenities, pop growth speed, and organic pop assembly speed, and they improve planet habitability. That sounds like what we want to do. That sounds good.
Construction complete.
Construction's complete on Zabine. In Zabine. That sounds weird. And a bunch of our leaders just leveled up. So Honeydew Weed is a governor. Fertility Preacher 2. That's a weird name. Preaching fertility. Pop growth speed plus 5%. Food from jobs plus 15%. That only takes effect if he's a counselor, which it looks like he's not. Trader increases the trade value of the planet by 15%. Capitalist increases... Oh, it gives us 8 monthly energy credits. I think Trader is probably going to be the best bet because he is a governor and plus 15% is pretty good, so we're going to go with that. Queen Radisha leveled up. We can do Spark of Genius 2, research speed plus 6% instead of the 3%. That'd be nice. Logistic Understanding, ship upkeep, negative 5%, army upkeep, negative 10. We don't have enough to worry about that yet. Champion of the People, happiness plus 3%. I think we're going to go with Spark of Genius. I like having a lot of fast research. And finally, Grey Pod, our Minister of Defense. Hostility 2. Ship weapon damage plus 7%, army damage plus 15. Charisma gives us extra edicts, funds. Or Resilience, leader lifespan plus 10 years. Hostility or resilience? Resilience it is.
Technology researched.
An abandoned amusement park. So this should be one of our anomalies that we were looking at. The structures on Edovang 6 are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science Officer Whiteroot notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that to the builder's alien eyes, this might have been a cutting-edge sensor array or even a gigantic art installation. Regardless, to us Radishians, it looks mostly like a place where you could take your young and let them amuse themselves. That's cool. We got 1,133 society research and 1,319 engineering research from that. So that's helpful. And mineral purification's done researching. We can now, we're going to research robotic workers because that boosts production a lot. Who doesn't want a robot worker, you know?
Technology researched.
Genetic healthcare has finished. We can build gene clinics now. We're just going to go with biodiversity studies. Get more research. If only the world was run like this. Like, research. Research everything. Lower starbase upkeep or lower empire size. The bigger our empire size is, the more everything costs. So lowering the empire size reduces cost, lets us grow faster. Oh, and we have a colony starting. Let's do that one. Colonization fever. What emoji is that?
Technology researched.
Another technology. Robotic workers are now researched. All this focus on research speed is really paying off. This one's hard. We can get nanomechanics, which boosts our engineering research from researchers. You get standardized Corvette patterns, or we can get machine template system, which allows robot modification. So when we created our empire, we had all those different traits we could select, lifespan, extra minerals, all that. That's what the RoboBody will unlock. So we'll be able to customize our robots to boost research or mineral output, alloy output, all that kind of thing. Yeah, let's do that.
Technology researched.
Biodiversity studies done. Cloning will boost our pop growth speed by 10%. That's a good one. Vitality boosters is also good at leader lifespan plus 10 years, so our leaders won't die as fast. Doctrine space combat is also really good because it lets us have a larger fleets of ships, which is good. All of these are really good. It's kind of a toss-up. So we're going to go with the cheapest option.
Special project complete.
Hey, the crystals are pacified. The crystalline entities seem to resonate in response to something, one of their few interactions with their environment. The exact nature and possible wider purpose of this emitted waveform has yet to be ascertained, but for now our ships can approximate it using radio pings, essentially camouflaging themselves as fellow crystals. I mean, that's really cool. So they're going to pretend, they're basically pretending to be crystals so that the crystals think they're friendly and they won't attack them. It does give us a research option of crystal-infused plating, which is an armor for our ships. So that's cool. And now we can see that these crystals, it was red over here, now it's not. We found another anomaly. It was challenging. Gray goo. Yeah, we'll research it. Gray goo, that's a game. It's like a Command and Conquer kind of game. Tornado vein is not done yet. Disease control. Debris from what must have been a massive orbital installation has been discovered above Merga 9A. Artifacts recovered amongst the debris have confirmed that this space station served as the headquarters of the Eurasian Concordate's Authority of Disease Control some 1.2 million years ago. The Eurasians were far more susceptible to alien diseases than most known species, and the budget for their public health institute nearly rivaled that of their military. Despite this, surviving records show that their entire species perished from the Javorian pox.
Situation log updated.
The scientist is present and only takes 108 days, so we're going to just research that now. The orbital station. We need to check on some stuff, though. Let's check on our empire. Nothing's building right now, so let's build some stuff. So there's different types of districts. So we can use a city district to make more housing so our population can grow more. An industrial district makes consumer goods and alloys. Generator district produces energy. Mining district produces minerals. And agriculture district produces food. What do we want to do? Population. Available jobs. There's no unemployment. Why is happiness so low? What? Why is it so low? It looks like we need more specialists and workers, if I'm reading that right. Our pop approval is very low. So, do we have... Crap, what can I do? Specialists, let's see. Specialists are researchers, traders, bureaucrats, necromancers, etc. Metallurgists, artisans. We make more jobs by building more buildings. But it looks like metallurgists, which are we can make with an industrial district, are specialists. So we'll make 2 of those. And then it looks like we need more workers. But we do have... Yeah, we have 4 open clerk slots. So those are workers. They're open. That should sort itself out here shortly. Because we have no unemployment, but we have 4 available jobs. Yeah. Sounds like we need more people. Which... Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that after those districts are built, and we can fix that.
System surveyed.
It's gonna take a minute. Murga system is now surveyed. So let's build a starbase there.
Colonization initiated.
Yay, the first Rhodesian colony. Our colony ship has found a rare patch of open ground in the jungles of Zabine Prime and made planetfall. The landing site is surrounded on all sides by lush vegetation, and sentry drones have been deployed to guard against predators. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Rhodesian city on an alien world. We got some engineering research for that. I mean, just imagine, that's a huge, huge thing for any... I mean, if that was happening in real life, that'd be insane. Administrative AI finally finished. Next up, we want to unlock the energy grid. We gotta have energy
Special
production.
project complete.
Archaeological project completed. We have recovered the remnants of several research logs from the debris field above Murga 9A. Their final entries are all focused on finding a cure for the Javorian pox that was sweeping across the Eurasian Cordate. And they grow increasingly desperate as the situation worsened. The last entry reveals that the pox had spread in an uncontrolled fashion on the space station itself. An attachment details all their failed attempts to produce a cure in the vain hope that the data would be useful to future generations of Eurasian scientists. Ouch. Ivory, the Deputy Overlord, leveled up. I think we want better survey speed. Yeah. Murga's done, so now we're going to go over. I'm going to send there. Gray goo. After detailed analysis, Officer Whiteroot has discovered that the strange metallic substance coating the surface of Edorvang 5 in fact comprises of billions upon billions of nanites. These nanites are microscopic, self-replicating micro-machines, perhaps created by a passivization for some unknown purpose. The volume and density of this nanite sludge is remarkable, adding billions of tons of mass to the underlying planet. It would appear that these tiny self-replicators entered a state of runaway reproduction at some point in the past, engulfing the planet and everything on it. In studying the nanites, the crew has made some exciting new findings that will undoubtedly aid us in our own research. Technology gained nanomechanics. That's really cool. That also sounds like the plot of Horizon.
Technology researched.
Nanomechanics has been researched. Yay. And we're still going to leave what we already had researching. I'm going to build our mining and research stations in Murga. Strategic resource discovered during its survey of 4-89-T. The RSS Lagunament discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed living metal. This inorganic metal shows characteristics usually seen only in biological life forms. It will always attempt to regenerate back into the shape it was stabilized into. While we do not yet have the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. Living metal. That's what that ship's made in. That's what the ship is made of in Super 8. Machine template system. Well, obviously not living metal, because it's a different thing, but the idea. Exotic gas extraction. So when we come across exotic gas, we want to be able to exploit that. Have we waited long enough for our... No, we have not.
Anomaly discovered.
Another anomaly. Energy emissions. 84 days, we'll go and research that.
Technology researched.
Doctrine space combat has been... That's not what I selected, was it? Oh, it was the cheapest option. That's what I selected. Do we want to be able to clear ocean blockers, toxic kelp, or up our food production? I think at this point, I think food production probably is more important. Yeah. Okay.
Construction complete.
Construction's complete down here in Murga. And we can't build anything else right now, so we'll wait. Weapons target range. Asteroid V4-XN-893 is pockmarked with craters from weapon blasts that appears to have been used as a target range by someone roughly 2 millennia ago. Residual energy readings suggest they tested increasingly exotic weaponry, including subspace bombs and some kind of singularity generator. Our scientists would be interested in studying the unusual energy echoes that remain. That's going to add 3 physics research to that asteroid. That's
anomaly
cool.
Discovered.
Another anomaly? Signs of precursor activity. Yeah, we want to do that. Relative difficulty, hellish. But we want to do that. Well, it takes 6-7 years.
Technology researched.
Global energy management's done. AI-controlled colony ships increases colony development speed by 50%. Automated exploration protocols. That's what we want, because that's going to increase our survey speed, so we'll be able to survey systems faster.
Technology researched.
White Root got to level up. We can do private mines, which gives us +8 minerals per month. Or Spark of Genius, which increases research speed. I think we're going to go with Spark of Genius because we want the fastest research possible. And then exotic gas extraction's now unlocked. We're gonna go with rare crystal mining. We found rare crystals, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
System surveyed.
Another tradition, empire size, starbase upkeep, or pop. Let's go pop growth speed. Our population isn't growing very fast. We have Parnassus that has been fully surveyed, and it has a habitable world in it. We're going to send this guy up here to build a starbase.
Technology researched.
Food processing has been unlocked. I think we want to unlock terraforming. Yeah. Okay, let's check on Garden Prime. How's our happiness? It's only 33? Okay, I don't understand. Why do we have less clerks? What on earth? We just don't have enough people. Yeah, there's 32 people working and 32... So we have too many specialist jobs is the issue. So I'm going to make 2 city districts.
Spaceborne lifeform encountered.
Spaceborne lifeform. Oh, it's a dragon.
Anomaly discovered.
2. And that's routine. Distress signal. We're going to research that.
Planet colonized.
Uh-oh. A hungry dragon. Our researchers observing the sky dragon have reported loud creaking noises seemingly coming from its internal organs. It has also been circling around Garden Prime unusually often over the last few months, sometimes swooping right past the upper reaches of the atmosphere before pulling away again. Our working hypothesis is that the creature is hungry and wishes to land to feed, as it has periodically done in the past. It is not clear why it hesitates. Perhaps it wishes to see how we react now that we have joined it among the stars. Fire a warning shot next time it comes close, which might displease the dragon. Set aside some space for it in a secluded area. The dragon is likely to consume a lot of food once it lands on the planet. Or continue to observe it. Do we want to be nice to it, mean to it, or neutral? Neutral? I don't know. Neutral is the only one that doesn't have a note on it. And influence is hard. I think we want to be nice to it. I think we want to set aside some space for it in a secluded area. Technology research, automated exploration protocols. We're going to do field modulation next. And we just had a colony established as a beam. Okay, what do we need in terms of stuff? What kind of world do we want? 70 planetary features. Once we get this, I think stream's gonna be over for the night. Just about 9, but let's get this planet set up real quick before we go. We want to make sure that it is producing something. We're gonna make a robot assembly plant to grow the population faster. And then I think we're gonna just do an energy grid. And we're also going to make a city district to make sure we have housing. And we'll call that good for that. Let's check back on Garden Prime real quick. It's still producing. Yep, so that's our first Stellaris live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I have answered any questions you might have. And join us next Saturday at 7 MST to continue. We'll pick up right where we left off. Thanks for watching.